At least I made it 2,100 miles before this happened, but I had the car break down last night.
For the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
It's at least a serpentine belt. I was able to figure that out. I did have I was a little low on coolant, and I had the radiator flushed before I left Kentucky. So I should have been fine, right? So since I had some issue there, I'm thinking that it's probably a bad water pump too, but I'm not just sure yet. It's now got enough light I can actually see something. So here, as you see, is the alternator pulley with no belt on it. That serpentine belt runs on that. It looks like there's a second belt here down in there, and then there's like another pulley right beneath this alternator one, but I can't really reach it to see. Well, it turns fine. That could just be a tensioner. Oh shoot, both belts came off. It looks like that. What the hell? Is there a second? Looks like there's a second belt that drives on that. Looks like that's the crankcase though. Anyways, I can't tell which pulley is the water pump, so, and I wouldn't expect the crank one to be able to turn. For me, I couldn't turn that one. I could turn the alternator one a little bit, and the other one I couldn't reach. So I'm gonna go and see about pulling up like a belt diagram and stuff, and see like how I'd access the water pump. If the water pump's an issue, what I'll do is I'll get a mobile mechanic and have them come out and do it for me. If not, I'm gonna see about getting myself a belt and stringing it myself. Okay, so they got it up on the lift. The owner's gonna see if I can help him do it. He's a older guy and his son's the mechanic, so he's gonna need some help if we're gonna be able to do this. Of course, it's the most expensive item that could have gone bad. The pulley went bad on the AC compressor. So that's what caused the issue in the first place. So this thing is trash. This is like 300 bucks. The alternator's like 100, you know. Water pump's like 50. Of course, it would be the AC compressor that went bad. It'd be my luck. He's trying to see if he can even get a compressor now to put on there, and he doesn't have the ability to charge the system. Well, really not cool. The only compressor local is $513 that's in stock. There's one for $400 that would have to be shipped in, but it's reman, so there's no warranty on it. And even worse than that, it needs to come from Tri-Cities, which is still 25 miles away. And yeah, so I was hoping for it to be the water pump, and it's an AC compressor, and I could order one for $249, but that's all the way out in Miami Beach, and they wouldn't even be able to ship it until Monday, which with Christmas around the corner, it would be next Monday, most likely, before it got here. It's like super windy tonight. It's been kind of hard to sleep here in the car. I thought I would go ahead and update you. I got the car fixed. I've driven it around a bit. I'm in Kennewick, Washington now, and it's it ended up being like a lot more expensive than I was hoping, of course, right? I thought that the water pump maybe seized up and then that snapped the serpentine belt, but instead it was the AC compressor. The only AC compressor locally that I could get that day, which was Friday, was $521. It's a higher end, higher quality compressor, but still it was the only one I could get. I found one online. At first I thought maybe the dealer was, or the mechanic was trying to hustle me, because he said $400 for a remanufactured one and it would take 2 days to get there. And I'd never experienced that much for an AC compressor, right? I'd seen them in the 300 range for my van, so I was like, what? So I did find some that were cheaper advertised online. I went online. Most of the ones that were advertised didn't actually fit the car like it said. And the cheapest one I found that fit my car, that was proper, was all the way out in Miami. It was $249, but they wouldn't have shipped it until Monday, and it would have taken at least a week to get here. So I wouldn't have had access to my car, which I would have had to sleep in a hotel. So it was like 7 days in a hotel plus $249 or $521 and have my wheels back, you know. But anyways, the mechanic was really straight up. I really suggest, if you're ever in the tiny town of Stanfield, Washington, to go ahead and see the guys at Angel's repair shop, Angel's Auto Repair. It's across from the post office over there in Stanfield, Oregon. And they only charged me 2 hours to pull the AC compressor and put the new one on and do all that stuff and put the belt on. 2 belts actually. So replace the other belt too that went around the power steering pump. So 2 serpentine belts changed, new AC compressor. $760 later, I was back able to drive my car again. I don't know if you could see it. Maybe you can if I open the door. But anyways, you might be able to hear it. It's pretty loud. The trees are, whoa. The door's getting pulled around. The door was getting pulled around pretty good. So like I said, last night I slept really easy because, you know, I didn't sleep very well the night before and everything was square last night. But today it's really windy and I've been having a hard time sleeping. But other than that, things are better than they were in the last live stream that I did. Good morning, guys. It's about time to get up. Sorry if the light's too low in here. Here. See if this does any better. There you go. Now you can actually see me. Good morning. Whew. Still windy, but not as windy. All right, let me see how I'm gonna start my day and get my lens in and stuff. I am headed off to Moses Lake, Washington, where I pretty much grew up, you know. I just left Pasco a little bit ago. I'm going up here to see somebody that I haven't seen in quite a few years. It's an uncle of a childhood friend of mine, and I'm gonna go hang out with him. My friend and I, we used to hang out and play video games at the guy's house all the time when we were like late junior high and early high school. It is New Year's Day. I haven't been able to get on DoorDash in Tri-Cities at all yet. But I just happened to be checking on DoorDash real quick here in Moses Lake as I was visiting for my friend for New Year's. Turns out they needed somebody to dash. Right now it's saying peak pay until 2 p.m. is $3. What that means is I get $3 extra per delivery if I reach a certain number of deliveries. You can't ever really necessarily count on that, but heck, I need to go ahead and dash. I think I got plenty of fuel. I'm gonna go and try to dash until 2 p.m. Okay, so my first dash I made $10. It was actually a pretty short drive from the Arby's it had me pick it up at. I was a little bit of drive from my friend's house, but it was 1.2 miles from the Arby's over to the person's house, so that's pretty good. I would say even from my friend's house, it's still almost $3 a mile. Decent tip, $3 peak pay, so not bad. Well guys, I finally got my second order. It's only an $8 order this time around, but second order, shoot, since I started at like what, 11:40, so not doing too great. The price per order for the miles isn't bad, but just too much wait between orders. This is a pretty small town though. Well guys, I only worked for about 2 hours and I ended up having just 3 orders for $27. It's about $9 an order, which isn't terrible. The mileage wasn't bad. But as you see here, I can't continue. It's gray. Looks like there's still peak money available for people that are down. But really, I don't even know that they even needed me on there, you know? So get out there, connect with people, live your big story, and make sure you do something every single day to reduce world suck. Peace, guys.